Hi, I'm Hannah Burkhart, and I will be presenting the Swiss International Movement. Some basic background information on it, which is really the only information that you would need, is that it's in Swiss style, which was invented during the 1920s, and which is basically the entire basis of the movement, and it involves a graphic design style that was very popular in Russia, the Netherlands, and Germany during the 1920s. It had a very big influence on graphic design as it was part of the modernist movement, and some of the characteristics of this movement were, and many of the artworks that are involved in this movement were asymmetric layouts, grids, sans serif typefaces, and flush left, ragged, and ragged right text. The style was meant to be easily read with a very clear message, so a lot of the typefaces are bold, they're big, so you can easily read them without ever having to second guess what the ad or what the art is basically giving the message about. And it begins with a mathematical grid, so the information is the most legible and it doesn't have any influencing features that will draw your eyes away from what they are trying to convey. Some examples, and so off to the left you can see just an example of how things would be written out, and yes, this isn't an actual ad or anything like that, but it is meant to show like the alphabet and the numbers where they would be placed, and so you can see that it's very legible, it's very big, it's very off to the side, and then in the middle you can see an actual ad for a company, and so you can see off to the left and to the right it's very big-faced text, and so it's Utopia Ltd, and you can see that without any interference or any abstract features. And then another thing that was in the movement was it was very blockade, it was very modern art, and so you can see that off to the right, and how it is all symmetrical, it is all together in squares and rectangles, and you can see that it just draws the eye upwards with the spinning motion. And so if you go back to the background information, this is really, as I said, all you need to know about the Swiss movement and how it was implemented into a lot of ads, promotional ideas, and just any basic graphic design style. And they were asymmetric, they were grids, it was very bold, it was very easy to read, and really that's all you need to know, and all that I could really find that was very important of the movement. And yeah, and I'll go back to the examples just so you can see them one more time. Thank you for listening.